This is a ReTV MiniDoc. Kids who kill. Are they a product of their environment, or are they simply born killers? This mini-series, Killer Kids, will look at some of the most publicised cases of children 12 years and younger who have committed murder. Jordan Brown, age 11, New Beaver, Pennsylvania, USA. Kill count disputed. Jordan was finally exonerated in 2018. I remember reading about this case a few years ago, and it never seemed right to me. I knew this kid was innocent. In February 2009, the then 11-year-old Jordan Brown was accused of murdering his father's 26-year-old fiancée, Kenzie Hook, who was 8 months pregnant at the time. Her unborn son was also killed. While the soon-to-be mother was sleeping in her bed in their New Beaver, Pennsylvania farmhouse, the police claimed that Jordan shot her in the back of the head using a gun given to him by his father. Kenzie's youngest daughter alerted nearby adults to the situation after Jordan had gotten onto the school bus. Police arrived later that day to find a shotgun in the house with the smell of burnt gunpowder. Jordan was interviewed by Pennsylvania State Police twice the day of the incident before being arrested the following morning. It was later confirmed that Kenzie was killed by a youth model Harrington and Richardson 20-gauge shotgun. Prosecutors speculated that Jordan killed his stepmother because he was angered by the pending birth of a new sibling and was jealous about the attention his stepsisters received. Initially, Jordan was tried as an adult but was eventually found guilty of first-degree murder as a juvenile. In 2018, Jordan was exonerated as the court determined that the evidence could have been planted by an unknown assailant and thus was insufficient to find him culpable beyond a reasonable doubt. From the first time I came across this case, I never believed that Jordan was guilty, and at some point I'll cover this case in more detail. Not only did Kenzie and her unborn child lose their lives, but an innocent 11-year-old lost the most important 10 years of his life.
Is about an exclusive interview with this young man who grew up behind bars. He was arrested for murder at just 11 years old. His conviction was just overturned, and now he's telling his story for the first time. Sitting down with ABC's Juju Chang for a special 2020. Juju, so many years lost for this young man.
Absolutely, Michael. And you know, there were headlines everywhere. He was dubbed the world's youngest monster. Jordan Brown, though, has never spoken publicly about being arrested for murder as a fifth grader until now. This summer, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, in a rare move, overturned his murder conviction, and Jordan spoke exclusively to us for tonight's 2020 about how his childhood was turned upside down.
Child killer accused of a shocking crime at the age of 11.
It was the brutal crime and shocking arrest that garnered national headlines. February 2009, 26-year-old Kenzie Houk found dead in her rural Pennsylvania farmhouse. She was 8.5 months pregnant. The suspect, her 11-year-old soon-to-be stepson, Jordan Brown. Less than 24 hours later, state police arrested Jordan, accusing him of using his shotgun, a hunting gift from his dad, to fire one fatal bullet to the back of her head, execution style, before getting on the bus for school.
This is the mugshot that was taken.
I was crying in the picture. I was crying that whole night. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't know where I was at, like what was going on or anything.
Did you understand what you stood accused of?
No, I didn't understand.
What do you see in this mugshot?
I see somebody who just committed a murder. That's why there's a mugshot.
With his son facing life without the possibility of parole if tried as an adult, Chris Brown began a years-long fight to free Jordan, driving 4 hours every day to visit him in juvenile detention.
We were there over 1,000 times.
And so what made you need to be there?
He's my son.
But 3 years after his arrest, a now 14-year-old Jordan is found guilty in juvenile court of double homicide.
Obviously, the police believe that you killed Kenzie. Did you kill Kenzie?
No.
Undeterred and convinced of his innocence, his lawyers bring his case to the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. And just this past July, a stunning victory for the Browns. Pennsylvania's Supreme Court sides with Jordan, writing that the prosecution had presented insufficient evidence. Jordan's conviction overturned.
Everything's gone. That made me happy, and then the truth finally got out.
During his incarceration, Jordan taught himself how to play guitar and became a pretty good basketball player.
No, I'm not angry. I mean, I think the whole, like, what happened and the way it happened is BS, but I'm not. Can I say that?
Now 21, Jordan says he's determined to focus on brighter days ahead.
What are your hopes for your future?
I just want to be successful. I just want to graduate college, get a job in my major and be successful.
And what do you want to tell the world about you?
That I'm innocent. That's like the only thing I really want people to know.
You know, I first spoke to Jordan's dad nearly a decade ago for GMA, and for tonight's 2020, we interviewed several investigators, the original prosecutor, and members of Kenzie's family who are still convinced that Jordan is guilty, despite what the Supreme Court says was a lack of evidence. But there's also tonight a new witness who was there that morning in the house who has never spoken publicly before, not for the trial, not for the defense team, the young daughter who found Kenzie's body. And honestly, Michael, she seems to shed new light.
Thanks for watching. If you got this far, I actually love you. If you enjoyed the content, give it a thumbs up. If you want to support this channel, smash that subscribe button now. What are you waiting for? A massive thank you to the people who have kindly supported my channel, the official ReTV supporters who sponsor this content. You guys are awesome. Peace. You've been watching a ReTV MiniDoc.